This is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to the Bob Culture Podcast.
All right, guys, live here at ISPW. We are not worried. We are here with Jay the Key Evans, of course, Flash Carter. They are your current reigning and defending ISPW Tag Team Champions. The Shot Callers. What's up, guys? Thanks for
What's going on? No, thank you for having us.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Guys, it's so great to have you here, but I got to ask you this one right out of the gate. This is something I've been wanting to ask you guys. We saw a moment that almost went somewhat viral, we'll put it that way. You seem to have found Sent to Slaughter's kryptonite. We've known Moff and Sean Donovan for a very long time. I'm at a show, a couple months ago. You kind of see Moff's leg kind of start moving to your guys' entrance music. And I've watched Moff for a long time. I don't know how you guys did it. You found his kryptonite, and sure enough, Moff is dancing, then starts ballroom dancing with Sean Donovan. I mean, walk us through that moment, whatever you guys are comfortable with sharing with that. That was one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
I mean, to be honest, Rob, there really is no secret. It's just that everybody has a little bit of party in them.
Okay.
No matter what, everybody has always positive vibes, good vibes, and that's what the Shot Callers bring to the table. You know, when we get that music going, when we get those fists pumping, you have no other choice but to join in on the fun. Am I right, Flash?
Jay said it best. Like, it's an infectious atmosphere, all right?
It is.
When we go out to the club, when we go out to a wrestling show, we bring that attitude, we bring that energy, and it surrounds the people, and it makes them want to get involved. They have FOMO if they don't, and I think that's exactly what happened with Danny Moff and Sean Donovan. They had a little bit of FOMO. They saw us having too much fun and said, hey, we need to get in on this ourselves.
I love it, man.
Absolutely.
And sorry for the pass the microphone bit over here. I only brought two today. I didn't realize I'd be interviewing, and I'm not worthy again, the ISPW Tag Team Champions. You guys are doing such a great job. Again, I give you so much credit for just having that chemistry, that moment with Sent to Slaughter. But honestly, not to be cliche, but I got to ask you guys, you're carrying the gold. You defeated, like, the likes of the Now. You defeated the likes of Sent to Slaughter. Like, do you guys realize how tall of a task that is? Like, you have beaten some of the best vets, some of the most decorated. Some of these people have been in NWA, ROH, people who are training the next generation. Do you realize how big of an accomplishment that is?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know, you said it best. The Now, Sent to Slaughter, both two teams that are, you know, at the top of their game, very competitive, and, you know, some of the best in the independent wrestling, you know, vicinity today. And to be honored just to not only, you know, get in the ring with them, but to have some huge victories over is, you know, pretty overwhelming for us. You know, we always like to be humble and think, you know, like, what would we do in these situations, and just we continue to knock it out of the park. And, you know, we just want to get better, work different tag teams that are better than us, and continue to grow and learn and have fun all along, you know, in this crazy experience in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot, obviously. You have guys like Moff, the Now, Donovan. These guys are well-traveled, well-experienced, and that's not like a cliche. That's not a gimmick or anything. I mean, these are guys that literally people all the way at the tippy top will tell you they know, they're good, they're workers, they're professional, things like that. And we have the Now again today, actually. Yeah. And I do want to say, even though we have a bit of a rivalry going on with them, this is our fourth match against them. We've learned a tremendous amount from them as well, and we can't thank them enough for that. But like Jay said, like, this has just been a fun ride, and getting to do it with my best friend is a really awesome thing. Yeah,
I love that, man. And let's get deep a little bit, whatever you guys are comfortable with, of course. But I've seen, Jay, I've watched you for a while. Flash, I just don't think we were in the right places at the right time, but I've followed your career on social media. To see you guys link up, tell us how you guys came together, not to be cliche, but like you just said it, man. There's a real friendship here.
Absolutely.
How did you guys kind of go from the singles thing to the tag thing? Because you see the chemistry there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, to go a little bit more into it, you know, we've always been best of friends ever since I met him. I saw something in him that I was like, you know what? He reminds me of a young me when I first started out, because I got a couple of years on him in the ring. And, you know, we would always just go out, clubbing together, hanging out together, watching our matches together.
Just a gimmick.
No, this is legit, man. This is legit. We go to the clubs as much as we can. But, you know, one day, TJ Marconi actually, you know, was like, hey, man, I see you guys post all the time that you guys go out to the clubs, have fun. Why don't you guys make it a tag team? And
So it was Marconi?
Yeah, it was all thanks
Yeah,
to
I'll-
TJ Marconi. And if you want to finish it up, Flash, go right ahead. Yeah.
I'll start off with what he finished it with the Marconi thing. Yeah, I remember I was at a Titan show, I believe it was, and I was just working a merch table, and TJ came over, was talking to me, and he's like, dude, like, you guys really, like, you could have something with this if you, like, really play up the fact that you go out all the time. DJs is, like, our go-to club, you know.
DJs is the one.
Always, like, having
That's the
fun,
spot. That's
taking
like my
shots.
Disneyland.
Yeah, but like going back to what you said on a more like personal level, when I was in college, my senior year, I was studying to get into med school, and you know it was like so busy between that and wrestling. I really didn't have like the typical college experience. I wasn't like going to the frats. I wasn't going out. I was going to wrestling on the weekends and studying the rest of the week.
Studying earlier today.
Literally,
man.
well,
I
yeah.
respect
He
it.
brings the
It doesn't get
laptop
any
everywhere he
easier.
goes, man.
But the way I knew Jay was like a really good friend of mine because we were close, but until that senior year is when we became like best friends. I mean, I would tell him like, oh, dude, like I got like this and this wrong on my last practice test, and I'd see him like 2 weeks later, and he'd remember like the exact scores I got, the exact
That's
things
a
I got
real
wrong.
one, man.
And like I was like, I'm surrounded by so many people, you know, in college, people come and go and stuff, but I could tell he really cared, and that's when we really got really close going out because I didn't turn 21 until late into my senior year, and then he was like, all right, now you're with us, now you're going out every weekend.
Yep, that was it.
Love that, man.
That was it. Yeah, man. Like you said,
so cool, man. I love
you
it.
know, like I always told him, wrestling will always be here, and just you have goals outside of wrestling. You want to get
Yes.
into med school, and that is something that I will always 100% back up behind you, and take that as your top priority. Not to discredit wrestling. Always treat that with the same amount of time and respect that you do with trying to get into med school, but really try to raise the bar and just achieve whatever you can, and that's what he's doing, and I'm beyond proud of him. When he first called me saying that he passed the MCATs and got into med school,
Yeah.
it was I even had tears. Came out my eyes. I was beyond happy for him, man.
Aside from my mom, who was like in the house with me when I got the email that I got accepted, Jay was the first person I called. And I do remember we were both crying, like me and him were crying. It was crazy, yeah.
I remember he FaceTimed me. He's like, Jay, you'll never believe it. And I'm like, you got into med school. He's like, yeah. And I just couldn't be any more proud of him, man. It's legit like a little brother to me. The little brother I never had is Flesh.
It's getting emotional already. We have had tears on the show before. I'll leave it there. Something in my eye. I'll say there's two things I want to say to you guys real quick. Props to anyone in medical, man. I give you a lot of credit for studying that. Anyone who does that, I could never do it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in the utmost respectful way, man. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy life. You help people, man. And even now when you're getting ready for a match, I see you out there with a laptop, man. So credit to you. Credit to you for being a real one. And you touched on this. I kind of preach this on the show a little bit, but so many of us in this business, we kind of live and die with it. And I think what you said is a great point. Like, hey, like give it your all. Go out there, travel, work hard, but like know where to separate. I don't want to say real life, but where to separate your other goals from wrestling. I love the way you put that. And I think that's important to say. And even you here out with the laptop, man, I think that's a great lesson, man. So good stuff, guys. Two more. I want to be respectful of your guys' time. I want to ask you guys this one, of course, and not to be cliche again, but you fought some of the vets. You fought some of the best here in the Northeast independents. That's how you get better. By fighting people who are better than you or have been doing this longer than you.
Couldn't agree more.
We're seeing a lot of this AEW talent rolling through the indies. We're seeing a lot more opportunity. There's been some recent opportunities, that's my favorite word, of course, for other tag teams to come through, ISPW or other Northeast promotions. Is there someone here in the Northeast you've been eyeing, but you two haven't been able to square up with? Is there someone maybe coming out of that AEW locker room? Because we've seen it. We've seen the Dark Order come through some of the indies, stuff like that. Anyone you guys are eyeing right now? Perhaps one of defending the ISPW tag team titles against?
That's a good one, Rob. Flesh, you got any tag teams in mind?
Honestly, none that like come right to mind. But yeah, I mean, like you said it best, Rob. Like you want to face people who are better than you. That's how you improve in this industry. It's how you learn. That's why I'm so happy that we keep on getting to feud with the Now, because they're just like a wealth of knowledge that we take. Not just one, we take multiple things away from every match we have with them. And I mean, Jay could tell you, like, I'll have certain nights where it's like I find a little time, like an hour here or there, and I get super critical on our matches. And
And
I'll send him stuff. I'll be like, dude, like, when we went in the ring, like, you took a step this way, we should do it this way next time. Like, I am like really trying to nitpick, and I mean we're training right now. We're at the Worldwide Dojo with Cheeseburger. Yeah. Preacher's there sometimes on Thursdays, and we're just doing everything we can, like you said, to keep getting those opportunities. I'm gonna try to get out to some more places to train too when I have off of school a little bit in the summer. But yeah, like right now, whoever's coming through, we'll take them on. I know we got one coming up against Smash and Burn. They were just on AEW themselves.
Ricky and Junie.
Yes, they're going to be here
really
May
excited for that
15th, I believe. It's a
May
Thursday.
15th,
Yep. And then we got Tiberius and Anthony. So a couple new faces coming into the ISPW title picture, tag team title picture.
So like Flash said, any and all comers, we're ready to defend the ISPW Tag Team Championships whenever, wherever, against whoever.
Yeah, I won't lie. Like, I'm not saying this is wrong for anyone who does it, but I always thought like people who made those like dream opponent lists, little cliche, I'm more or less fair like enough. if I earn that opportunity, it'll
like
come.
That.
Not like I want to put out this thing hoping this guy will see it and then I'll work him. More or less like if I get presented the opportunity, then that means like I earned it.
You guys are very humble. I want to wrap it up real quick. I always have people on the show. I want to see them perform live. I waited a while before I had you guys on because you guys found it. You found it together. You found the moments. Again, one of my favorite independent wrestling moments. But I can tell the chemistry you had in the ring and everything you guys are saying here. It's very real. You're staying humble. I love what you say about earning everything. Vicky will tell you this. I'm like, everything is earned, man.
Yes. Nothing is given.
And I kid. I feel that everything is earned. That's so great. I wish you guys just continued success. But before we get out of here, we are all about that shameless self-promotion here on BCP Plus. Tell everyone where they can follow you, get the merch, all that good stuff, guys.
All right, we got Flash_Carter on Instagram, Flash_Carter with another underscore on Twitter, just Flash Carter on Facebook. Google us, a bunch of stuff will come up. Jay, plug yours.
There you go. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at RealJTheKey, Facebook, Jason Anthony, a little shoot name right there. But yeah, that's where you can find us. That's where you can find where the shot callers will be delivering the party next, and hopefully soon to a town near you.
Yeah, make sure to come out and party with us. We love new faces.
I love it, guys, and continued success. Thanks for a few minutes. I think there's only one way to end this. We got Stevie in the background. We got little Stevie Wonder going here. I don't know if we can get the fist bump into it. I'm gonna get a copyright hit because of the rhythm music, but let's go. We gotta.
There you go.
Get it going.
Nice, Rob. Rob's
Shot
got
callers.
it. I think Rob's gonna be joining the party soon.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. The BCP is brought to you by our favorite store, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, located in the Englishtown Flea Market in New Jersey from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, and online at FunkensteinWrestlingSuperstore.com. Get your favorite wrestling merch, retro video games, Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, so much more. It's our favorite store. Thank you, Heather and Dan, for sponsoring the BCP. Also got to welcome back our sponsors, the No Gimmicks Podcast, the podcast that keeps it 100% real 100% of the time. Check out our guy Kelvin, only on the No Gimmicks Podcast. Wrestling All Day, All Night is the best wrestling discussion group on Facebook. We provide more of a community feel here and have wrestling fans introduce other fans to something they may not have seen before, such as old school wrestling, indie wrestling, Japanese wrestling, and so much more. We also strive to be a source of information regarding upcoming wrestler meet and greets and signings. And remember, we're open 24/7, all day, all night. Be sure to follow on socials and join the group on Facebook at Wrestling All Day, All Night. Welcome back our sponsors, Sweet Chin Musings. Sweet Chin Musings is the creation of the reigning, rarely defending, highly disputed champion of wrestling podcast, Mr. Perfect, Mike Mueller, and his tag team partner in crime, Luke Kudialis. SCM focuses on the in-ring product of WWE and AEW, no dirt sheet rumors here, as well as backstage news, predictions, and analysis of characters, storylines, and major pay-per-views. Old school fans, don't worry, we have you covered as well, with a look back on classic matches, top 10 lists, and interactive tournaments that let the fans decide who is truly the best of all time. You can find them at Facebook at Sweet Chin Musings, and check out the podcast on all major podcast platforms. Please welcome back our sponsors on the BCP Plus and the podcast, GPW Productions. GPW provides your promotion or event with top-tier video, audio production, live streaming, and more. I can personally vouch for them in saying they are hands down the best production company I've ever worked with, as they have and continue to work with the likes of AEW, GCW, StarCast, MLW, not to mention the majority of the local independent promotions here in the tri-state area. They can even help you film a vignette or promo for your persona or gimmick. And guess what? GPW doesn't just work in wrestling. No, they cover MMA, boxing, basketball, or any other sporting event as well. On a personal note, I'd like to thank Mike Sesko, Frank Leone, O'Neil Andros, and the team for giving me multiple opportunities to work with them and some of the best talent in the world. Thank you, GPW, and guys, book GPW for your promotion or event today at contact@gpwproductions.com. Please welcome back one of our favorite sponsors, Mania Club. Established in 2015, Mania Club is a WWE-recognized community for fans with an eclectic love for both the world of professional wrestling and raising money for Connor's Cure. During WrestleMania weekend, we host the official tailgate of WrestleMania while also celebrating the life of Connor McCollum. They are the single largest donor within the V Foundation for Connor's Cure with over $150,000 raised. Please donate and join the Facebook group over at Mania Club on Facebook. Donate at jimmyv.org/Mania Club. Guys, please welcome in our new pod sponsor for the months of May and June, J. Adam Photography. Jay provides quality, artistic, innovative photography with a quick turnaround time. Be sure to check out his latest ISPW wrestling pics and much more stellar content. Right now, wrestlers can do a special portrait shoot with Jay in Sparta, New Jersey for just $50. Contact Jay at Jay Vogel on Facebook and be sure to follow him across socials. Thank you, Jay, for sponsoring the BCP. Guys, let's welcome in our new pod sponsor, Cooper Groove Grips. When you play Cooper Groove drumsticks, you get increased sensory feedback from your hands, so your grip will naturally loosen, but you have complete control. With that taking place, you don't have fatigue and soreness, which can lead to long-term issues. Guys, as a drummer, Cooper Groove is my drumstick of choice. Sweaty hands aren't a problem. Grip is good. And don't forget to check out their amazing Cooper Groove bats coming out soon. Guys, follow at Cooper Groove Grips on Facebook. Guys, please welcome in our new podcast sponsors, ISPW Weekly, where we dive deep into the world of ISPW, the crossroads of professional wrestling. Join Jumpin' Jay and Total with Tom every week as they interview the stars of the ring, uncover their stories, rivalries, and the electrifying action that defines ISPW. Be sure to check out ISPW Weekly on the ISPW Facebook page every week. Please welcome in our new pod and daily site sponsor, Twisted Shamrock Studios and Spa, located in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Twisted Shamrock is a retro spa experience for the average Joe and Jane. Meet the next evolution of recovery and relaxation. Right now, you can try their introductory offer, where you can try a core service to include massage, skincare, facial, stretch therapy, body slimming, toning, personal training, and spray tanning for 30 minutes for just $30. This is perfect for our wrestling pals as well. Book today. Call 484-574-8868 or visit www.twistedshamrockstudiospa.com. Guys, please welcome back our returning podcast sponsor, USDN. USDN Podcast is run by USDN Chairman and the Council of Nerds. We bring you all the latest news and rumors from the world of nerds and consolidate it right here at the U.S. Department of Nerds. USDN is for the people, by the people, and of the people. Follow them at facebook.com/US Department of Nerds. Guys, please welcome in our new pod sponsor for 2025, the Ropes and Riffs podcast, featuring Maestro John Kiernan speaking with the stars of professional wrestling about their in-ring, tunage, gear, and so much more. Check out John's interviews with the likes of Lince Dorado, Mercedes Martinez, and so much more. Find the Ropes and Riffs podcast on all major podcast platforms. Guys, please welcome in our new podcast sponsor, EM Collectibles, featuring live signings, collectibles, toys, and more. Be sure to follow them on Facebook and stay tuned for their upcoming events. Upcoming events right now, March 8th, Hernando Toy and Comic Show, the Hernando County Fairgrounds live signing with Super Crazy. March 22nd, Neg Dog Championship Wrestling presents Music and Mayhem in Hudson, Florida with special guest Super Crazy. March 29th and 30th, 2025 Syracuse Collectors Con in Syracuse, New York with Bill Alfonso, Gary Wolf, and the quintessential stud muffin Joel Gertner, March 30th only. April 5th, New England Fan Fest, and we'll have Buff Bagwell. April 13th, 2025, our premiere show, Bring Back the Memories Toy Show, and May 10th, our renowned 90s Wrestling Con in Morristown, New Jersey, guests to be named soon. BCP is sponsored by Warriors of Wrestling. Saturday, May 10th at Most Precious Blood Church in Brooklyn, New York, featuring former TNA superstar James Storm. Also featuring The Allfather, Darius Carter, Danny Moff, Chris Steeler, TJ Marconi, Warriors champ Roger Mendez, Danny Storm, Mike Titello, and a whole lot more. Get your tickets now at warriorsofwrestling.com. BCW and Shadow Wrestling Alliance present Anniversary 8, a Jurassic celebration honoring the life of Vince Steele. Live Sunday, May 25th at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Doors at 5, bell 6 time. Get your tickets now.